Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're going to be playing with another one of Viseart's new palettes. It's the Petite Fours Violetta palette. And again, we're going to be pointing because I can't pronounce the names of these. This is the little box it comes in. And these are the names of the shadows right there. The palette itself does not have the names on it. The palette looks like this. It's very sleek. I kind of, there's nothing really, like, I like the color, but there's nothing really artworky on it, I guess. You know what I mean? It's just a sleek palette. They're very nice and small and compact, so I do like that about it. This particular palette is not an all-in-one for me, but honestly, this color story is kind of pretty. I will say most palettes as of lately have been very dark and vampy, and I get that it's winter, but I don't know. I'm kind of, iffy on it. But the first shade we're going to go into is this one right here, and it's a matte with like sparkles in it, but when you use it, you can use it as a matte and you'll be fine. There's no, like, you're not going to get fallout like from it, the sparkles in it, you really don't see, to be honest. I don't know why they put them in there, to be honest with you. It kind of doesn't make sense. If you can't see a sparkle, why put a sparkle? But maybe it has something to do with the formulation. It is a very pretty color, especially to start with, and it blends beautifully. I mean, hardly any work at all, really. But, I mean, look at that. One dip. We're going to go in for one more dip. Just to darken it a little bit. Even though this isn't an all-in-one palette for me, I don't care to use my highlighter as my inner corner because it's a preference thing, you know? The shadows themselves is what I kind of care about, you know? And the shadow itself, come on now. Okay, we're going to take that same shade and we're going to go along the lower lash line now with it. Actually, better wipe the brush because I think I put a different color on this brush too. So let me make sure the brush is clean. Okay. And then we're going to go into that sparkle shade again, the matte with the sparkles, this one right here. And we're going to take that same shade I just used on the top onto the bottom and put it on the lower lash line. I still don't know where my one handheld mirror went to. I lose that thing all the time. It don't make sense really how I lose it all the time. I already applied a brown eyeliner to my waterline. It's the Natasha Denona Brown. Okay. Alright, I got that color laid down good enough. I really wish. Oh, I found it. I'm going to lose it again. I know I will, but for right now, I found it. Let's dip back into that again. Just because I found the mirror. And it's hard for me to see, like, far away. Can't see what I'm doing, to be honest. Okay. Got that down. Now we're going to go into the darker matte, which is this one right here. And we're going to darken up the outer corner and crease with it. And again, you could see how easily that just laid down and blends. least I hope you can. And it blends very nice into that first color. That's the thing with these shades. I like the fact that the shades all work so well with one another that it's just easy to think about in a sense. I don't think you could really go wrong with these 4-pan palettes because A, there's only 4 pans. I mean, you can see that it really did darken up that outer corner a good bit, which is nice. Okay. Then I'm going to run that same shade right up on the lower lash line. But right up on it. And I'm using the same brush as before, except I'm just really pushing it up in there. Just like that. Now, we're going to go into this shade right here. It's like a duochrome. I will say this shade, you can see it came, again, it's a softer shadow like the one I talked about in the previous palette. And it does come, well, it came to me a little busted, but all I had to do is, put my finger in it, press it back down, and it was fine. I'm not going to spray this shade, but know that if you don't, you will have a lot of fallout. There will be a lot. I tried to go in very easily, tapped it off, and applied it like I usually do, like this. You just sort of tap it, and then pull it a little bit, like very slowly. However, even by doing this, I got a ton of fallout. And that usually doesn't happen to me with other shadows. And I think it has something to do with the fact that this is just so soft that's why it's happened. But regardless of all that, either A, spray your brush to avoid it, or B, do your eyes first, because the shade is quite pretty. And at first I thought it was one of those colors like you always see in a palette, the red and the green, you know what I mean, that mixture of a color. However, it is not. It's like a blue, purple, pink, I don't know. Different ways you look at it, you're getting different things. But it's not the same shade that is usually used. I will say that. And it does look nice on my aging eyes. Like on the creases and stuff. But the fallout is just intense. I'm not even going to pretend like it's not. And I feel like it doesn't matter what you do, you can already see that fallout. And the problem with that is that, let me put this down and get my mirror, it's just not easy to like brush away. Yeah, you can brush some of it away for sure, but like no matter what, some of it is staying. It just is what it is, and it gets in your eyelashes. So I would definitely say do your makeup first, or spray that shadow for sure. Any softer shadow that are in these, spray them. Okay, now I'm going to use this darker shade. One of my hairs. That's nice. Okay, so now I'm going to use this darker shade right here, And I'm just going to tap it onto the outer corner. And we're just going to darken that outer corner up with this shade a little bit to get some depth or smokiness, however you want to call it. But to give it a little bit of darkness, you know? Okay. Looks good, looks good. And again, this shade blends in well with the others, which makes it nice to use. I'm not going to take it all the way over, but I am, as you can see, darkening up that shade. Probably go back in with that other shade in a minute, but for right now, we're going to take that same shade and line the lash lines. I'm going to line my top and bottom lash line with that same dark shade. And I'm not using my favorite lining brush, but that's okay too. And this is just a pretty shade to line with because it is dark, but it's not black. When I look, it is I guess it is a gray, but it's more like a metal gray. Okay, now I'm going to take that second shade, the one all matte shade that I used, and we're going to blend out the lower lash line with it. And again, all this fallout's killing me. It's really messing with the eye look, but overall that's okay. Because I'm aware of why I have the fallout. That's on me, you know, but I still just want to say that the fallout's crazy. So I'm going to go back into that shade that soft shade that I was telling you about, and I'm going to pat it and put it back on where I want it. I took it all the way down, didn't I? Yeah, like that. Okay. Going back into that second shade that I had used, that matte, I'm gonna blend a little bit here. But you can see how dark this palette can go at the same time. Now I'm going to use the highlight that I'm wearing on my cheeks for my inner corner. Again, preference. Could I have left it as it is? Yes, I could have. Am I going to? No, I'm not, because I just can't do that. All right. Oops. Pretty good. Pretty good. Can't complain, because what good would it do me? Then for mascara, I decided to go into the Charlotte Tilbury Dream Pop, which is a brown mascara. Not quite sure why I chose this color. I just feel like the color of it in itself looks really good with this eyeshadow look. Although, because it is such a dark look, I do think like black or false lashes would also be good. I do like this palette a lot. I think it is pretty. For $25, I like it. I don't know why those shimmers have to be so soft though, but I'm sure they have their reasons. And I like the color story of it too. Again, being that it's Viseart palette, and I know their shadows pretty good, I'm not so scared of them because I know they're going to work for me, you know what I mean? And that's half the problem. If you're scared of colors and then you get a bad formula, well, you're going to be in more trouble. You're going to be A, in trouble, but B, you're going to be even more scared of those shadows. But because I like the formula and I think it is easy to use and user friendly and all that, I don't have a problem. I'm going to put that same shade on my lower lash line for mascara, or same shade. Same mascara. Lord, I'm losing it. Yeah, same shade. I guess it is same shade. I could use a different color, I suppose. But you know what I meant. Okay. And then this is the final look using that palette. And I think it turned out really pretty, to be honest with you. Even with all the fallout and stuff, the color story itself and the way the look just all came together, I think it's so pretty. I'm trying to get this mascara on this side to look like the other side, but I don't think it's going to happen for me. These lashes aren't as good as my other side, apparently. But anyway, all in all, I still like the first palette better, but this one is right up there. It's not, I don't think it's like, I still think the first palette's my favorite. And there's 3 palettes, so this could be my second, depending on how the other one is. I don't know. I will say this one's a little bit different as far as like this shade here, because again, like I said, usually it's like a green, red, brown color. This is more like a purple pink. It feels like it has the red under it, but it's pink. It's just different ways you look at it in the light. It's like different, and it's so weird. Because one minute it looks blue, one minute it looks purple, then it looks like it's a, well, I guess it would be a red or a pink, a dark pink color under it. I don't know, but it's different. So I like that. Let me go ahead and swatch the colors for you, because I've been doing that, so I don't want to not do that. And like I said, these shades are so pretty. And so soft. I guess I could have just showed them to you on my fingers even. Ooh. I don't know. If you applied that one with your finger, it might be alright too. But there they are on my finger. Look at that though. Like, it's such a pretty color story in itself. You know what I mean? Now, let me show you my hand. There they are on my hand. Like, it's so pretty. Oh, I'll get that shade everywhere. And then there's the palette. So you can definitely see like how gorgeous they are. This palette is just so pretty. And for $25, like I said, I'm trying to keep the price point, you know, in check when, you know, talking about stuff. So, because I'm thinking for holiday collections, I want to rank them like my favorite to my least favorite. Obviously, I can't get all the holiday collections, but the ones that I do have or am purchasing, like, I want to rank them. And I want to rank them based on performance, on what I like, and then like as far as color story, and then like uniqueness and that sort of stuff, you know. So, but of course your best value at the same time. I keep that in mind. That's why I still say the Tarte palettes are for the Christmas are still my favorite, just because of performance, color story, and price point. Yeah, I said it all right. So that again was the second palette, Violetta, Petits Violetta palette, and I really like it. I like the way it turned out, other than the fallout. My fault, of course. Do keep that in mind, but it was easy to work with. But that is all I have for you today. I hope this video helped in some way, or at least it entertained you. Well, you know. But give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I do upload. I upload every day but Sunday, although I have been uploading on Sundays just because so many new releases are coming in. But that is all I have. I will reuse the palettes again, maybe, because to me you're only going to get 1 or 2 looks out of these palettes anyway, so I'm not really sure what the purpose would be to use them. But I might use them again just to get a feel or what a second look could look like even. As far as this one goes, I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but that's just my opinion on it. But I will see you in the next one. And until then, stay safe and healthy. Bye.